All right, Larry Krueger here at Levi's Stadium after the 49ers local pro day concludes, and we'll talk about the five guys that kind of stood out to us in this, hour-long practice down here inside the stadium as the Niners are getting ready for the NFL draft. Now, the first guy, of course, is Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond, I think, would like to be here. The Niners, maybe as QB4. The Niners have Purdy and Josh Dobbs and Brandon Allen, but they'll probably bring a fourth quarterback to camp. And, Mond says he really likes Kyle's offense. He likes the fact that there's, a lot of talent here and that, this is an offense that he thinks really fits his skills. So we had a chance to talk to him. I thought he looked pretty good. I mean, there were some throws where he kind of looked like he was aiming it and the velocity wasn't great. But he looked comfortable. He's in good shape. And he was throwing strikes. It wasn't like his accuracy was all over the board. It wasn't pinpoint by any stretch, but he wasn't, spraying it all over the field. But he's looking for a home, and so many of these quarterbacks, it's about the right scheme fit. It's about the right personnel fit. It's about the right timing. And a guy like Mond is looking for a home and is looking for a home that, he can call his own. Now, I don't know that there's a job here. Purdy's obviously entrenched. Dobbs is the clear 2. Brandon Allen is the clear 3. It would take a tremendous preseason and a tremendous camp for Mond to make the 49ers unless there was an injury. So maybe the fourth quarterback job is the best job that he can get right now. And if you're going to be the fourth quarterback, maybe being here in San Francisco makes sense. Maybe there's an injury. Maybe you play well in the preseason. I mean, you can't do it alone as a quarterback. You need talent around you to succeed, and maybe he feels like this is a great spot. So had a chance to talk to him after practice. He seems like a real good guy, former star at A&M, and it just hasn't worked out for him. He was a third-round pick, and he's moved around to 3 different spots in 3 years. But maybe he can find a home here. He looked decent on the field today. I thought he was one of the 5 best players. As far as the best player on the field, I would go Chigagosi Anusium, the Colorado State corner who wore number 30 out here. 6'1", 200 pounds. He just looks confident. He looks fast. He looks sudden. He looks like he could be, a premier undrafted free agent or maybe even a 7th-round pick. Chigozie Anusium. So he looked pretty good. He's athletic. He had a little swagger to him. He went through all the drills, which just, made it look easy and really looked like the most athletic player on the field, I thought. Another guy that we had a chance to talk to after practice who I really like is Austin Jones. Austin Jones started at Stanford. He played 3 years for Stanford and then transferred to USC for his final year and shared the job with Marshawn Lloyd. 5'10", 190-pound, roughly 190, 200-pound running back. I thought what he did today in the drills was he kind of showed that he could catch the ball, which you got to do in this offense. He can catch the ball. He's really quick. He's from Georgia, but he grew up in a bunch of different places in Antioch. He went to Bishop O'Dowd for high school. He said he grew up a Falcons fan. I saw him earlier this year against UW, and he had a huge day, 11 carries for 127 yards. He ran 4.58 in the pre-draft workout. He's got good vision. He's got good instincts. He caught the ball really naturally today. I could see the 49ers bringing him in as a camp body and as a guy who could contend for a running back spot or maybe a practice squad spot on their roster. So Austin Jones, I thought, was one of the top 5 players today. Tariq Owens, Terrell Owens' son, was out here, and he's an interesting guy. He's 6'3", 200-pound wide receiver from Missouri State. Grew up in Pleasanton, went to Missouri State. Obviously, T.O.'s kid. He's a late bloomer. Said he didn't play any football at all until his sophomore year in high school and really didn't get going until his senior year in high school. And for a guy who didn't play very much football and is a late bloomer, he really looks good. I mean, he's got great size. He's got pretty good speed. He's got a lot of those physical gifts that I'm sure he got from T.O. And you never know. I mean, when you go for a late bloomer type player, a lot of times, they improve at a rate that's just crazy because they really haven't played a lot of football. This guy made a couple really nice catches on the sideline. He moves really well. The fact that he didn't play much high school football is really a testament to him that here he is, 4 years later, and he's getting in a tryout camp for an NFL team. Now, did he look like a starter? No. Did he look like an NFL receiver? He's got the frame. There's no question he's got the frame. I'd love to know what his 40 time is. He looked pretty quick, to be honest, at 6'4", or 6'3", 200 pounds. So he definitely, is intriguing. Now, he's a developmental player. So at best, he's going to be an undrafted free agent. He knows it. The Niners know it. Everybody knows it. But he might be an intriguing one. He might be worth an invite to camp this summer. It's going to be he's a long shot to make it even on the practice squad, but there's some nice things to like about Owens' kid. The size, the speed, the way he plucks the ball with his hands, his just natural movement ability. He didn't, it wasn't like you'd look at him and go, oh man, somebody did somebody a favor and made a phone call and got this guy into this camp. No, this guy looks like an NFL player. He's got an NFL physique for sure. So that guy stood out for sure. And then I would say the fifth guy that stood out to me was Dylan Wyatt, a corner from University of Arizona, who wore number 33 out here. He's an Oakland kid. He's got good height, 6'1", about 180. He looked really, really, electric in his movements and really good athlete. I'm eager to see what he runs and what his tape looks like. But on the practice field, in front of coaches and just working out, I thought he was impressive. He looked like an NFL corner. He's got long arms. He's really sudden. He's got some swagger. His back pedal was really natural. When he turned and ran, he looked very fluid. I'm eager to go home and see what he looked like for University of Arizona on film. So there you have it, the five guys that stood out to me today at 49er Media Day or 49er Local Pro Day. Kellen Mond, looking for that fourth quarterback spot. Chigozie Anuziam from Colorado State, definitely looked like the best player on the field. Big corner with long arms and really looked good out here. Austin Jones, the running back from Stanford and USC. Tariq Owens, Terrell's brother. And Dylan Wyatt, the corner from Oakland, who went to college at University of Arizona. Those are the five guys that look the best to me. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. And thanks to all of you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.